A1 Bob 66 back again for another room review. Tonight is a little treat because I'm staying at a Candlewood Suites. Now Candlewood Suites is not a hotel that I normally would choose. As always, Holiday Inn Express is my preferred spot to go to. There's a lot of them to start out with, and it's always a good experience. So I can almost be guaranteed a good room, good experience with Holiday Inn Express. But I'm at another IHG, so International Hotels Group. IHG is is the group, and Holiday Inn Express is one of the franchises, and Candlewood Suites is one of the franchises. So I had four to choose from here in this area where I'm staying. So I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan tonight for work. So I booked the room. It's a single king bed room suite, and let's get on with the tour. So we'll turn around. Let's take a quick glance look at the room as I come in, and there's the suite, and over to the right hand side is the bathroom, and just inside the door where I was just standing there's a closet right here. It's a deep, really deep coat closet with hangers. Let's see here. Yep, ironing board, iron is in there. Let me step back, because once you come in that door, right there is, to the left is the little kitchenette, and it has the full refrigerator, really big refrigerator. It's like a 18 or 20 cubic foot refrigerator. I'd be more inclined to say it's a close to 20 foot cubic refrigerator. Nice little kitchenette. Microwave, very big microwave. Even has a vent fan on it, so that's a really big microwave vent unit. And then yeah, so these suites tend to have a little bit of everything. They're meant for a little more longer stays. So there's a toaster, measuring cups, dishes, colander, storage dishes, of course a regular coffee maker, not just a Keurig but a coffee maker, and there's our coffee with American blend regular coffee. So that's coffee with the filter inside, or basically it's a filter with the coffee inside. So, and I'm assuming this is decaf. Yep, American blend decaf coffee. So kitchenette, sink, nice little sink with the sprayer option, regular and sprayer option, and that pulls out. That's pretty cool. You don't see that in a hotel room very often. Paper towels. It does have a dishwasher for washing dishes. If you're here for a while and you need to clean up dishes, and then all of your utensils right there in the drawer, set for at least 2 people. Use their utensils. What else do they have? Nothing. In that drawer, oh, there's a pot pan, and there's some pots. Cooking pans, cooking pots, and this is like a rice cooker or something, or maybe just a water heater pot. So let's talk about their desk area, work area, desk area. So nice chair. It's a really big workspace. The island desk that comes out, the dresser with drawers. The TV is right here on the wall at an angle, so you can sort of see the television from everywhere in the room. And there's a bed, king size bed, looks okay. I didn't turn the lights on back here, so one of the things I always look for is outlets, receptacles, power units right there next to the bed, so I can charge my phone, charge my camera, charge whatever I need to. Plug in a laptop if I'm sitting on the bed doing paperwork. Not so bad, right? Candlewood Suites, nice little bathroom. And if I step back, you can see the big old mirror, big mirror with a giant light. Light in there is just phenomenal. So even with dark colored furniture, cabinets, and an off-white or a yellowish wall, those two lights, one on the ceiling and then one over the mirror, give so much bright light in here. Nothing bad that I can see. I did look through the room quick before I started filming. So there's a little bit, if you look at the door here, and it's always interesting to look at the back side of the bathroom doors, because there's always something. You know, it looks like you've got wet drips, you know, so a wet hand or something has dripped and run through the dirt and then stopped and dried here. There's paint missing very obviously off that side, and then back here on the hinges it's a little bit funky, just a little bit funky and weird, and then usually behind the door there's maybe nicks and dings and bangs, so it doesn't get the attention that every other spot in the room tends to, right behind the door. So what do we want to talk about for issues? Not really any issues. So we have a damaged door here, and that, if I step back, you can see the outside door. When you open that up, I would say that this probably matches perfectly with that door. When you open it, it probably hits it right there, so that makes sense. These hinges, and they sort of look like they've been sprayed with some WD-40. You know, it's just a little bit of oil and grease, and it didn't get wiped off, so it's just collecting. And you can even see on these, you know, which means they have somebody maybe doing some maintenance and keeping the hinges from squeaking, door hinges at least. And then the furniture, I don't know if you can see this, so I didn't look at this before, but there's a recliner, and I've seen these recliners before in the Holiday Inns and some of these other hotels, and they're not bad little recliners. They're comfortable enough, and they serve the purpose. It's sometimes nice to have a chair just to sit in, but if you look at this, it looks like someone maybe had a cat a cat or a little dog in the room, is really kind of what it looks like. I don't know what would scratch and claw, but that's what it looks like, is little claw marks from a cat. So the one thing about these Candlewood Suites that I know is some people tend to stay for a long time, almost set up residence. There's actual mailboxes, key code mailboxes in the entrance of the lobby. There's also telltale signs, and I'm going to talk direct to the camera about this. So whenever I walk into a hotel to check in, and there are people outside smoking, usually having a smoke, and that I don't have anything against smokers. Smoking, that's not an issue, and I'm not even complaining about that. But when they look like they're a little bit too comfortable, meaning they're out there in their pajamas hanging out, like this is what they do every day, all the time, and you know, I can spot a traveler, and you can spot someone who's living there, right? Who's made this their home in a sense. They just seem to be way too comfortable in what they're wearing and what they're doing, how they're hanging out, And then these hotels tend to always smell like somebody's day-old food. I don't know what it is, you know. Obviously there's kitchens and people are cooking their own food and maybe not cleaning it up. There's always that old food, maybe a garbage-ish smell, like old dishes, dirty dishes, in the rooms and hallways of these places where, you know, people are maybe setting up residence a little bit longer than the normal traveler, which might be 4 or 5 days during the week, or, you know, a weekend stay, and the rooms are getting cleaned out on a regular basis. There's always that little bit of a smell. It's usually in the main lobby and then in the hallways, and typically in the rooms I can get away from it. I don't really enjoy it, and sometimes it's okay and other times it's not. So this hotel here in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Candlewood Suites, nice room. I don't have any problems with the room. The check-in went really well. The rate is just fine. It's the same for all of the IHG, the 4 IHG hotels in this area, in this, you know, little area that I'm staying in. They were all very similar. There wasn't a, you know, big price difference. I just wanted to spend a night in a Candlewood, get a good video on what the Candlewood Suites is like, and this is it. You know, usually very nice furniture, what do I want to say? Not an upgrade, but the design is you know, up to date. Maybe that's modern, you know, a little more modern, and usually a full kitchenette. So if I wanted to spend 4 or 5 days here, or even a week, I would be very comfortable with everything that I needed and had. So I would prefer if the lobby and the hallways smelled like fresh brewed coffee all the time. That would be the ideal hotel smell for me. But unfortunately, a lot of times they smell like food. They smell like a garbage dumpster or a I don't know, you know, maybe I'm a little more sensitive to it, and maybe I need to just shut up about it. But you know, who wants to stay in a hotel that smells like that? So again, if there's no smell, you know, they're moving a lot of air through the hotel, or they're doing something right, cleaning and keeping it right. Sometimes the hotels just absolutely smell like chlorine. You walk in and they're keeping up with it has obviously an indoor pool, and they're using bleach on their sheets and pillowcases and all that. So they're really, you walk in, even when you walk into the room, you go, oh, they really sanitize this stuff. It's, you know, smells like a clean, bleached set of sheets, sanitized set of sheets. So tonight, this smells a little off, but it's not so bad that it's bothering me. Sometimes a smell can really bother me. It'll give me a headache and sinus, like a sinus congestion. I'll get, you know, a runny nose and that sort of stuff. So I think that's it. It looks like a decent room, not a lot of issues. It's well kept up, and I think I'll stay here tonight, and hopefully I'll have a good night. And I hope you have a good night, and thanks for checking in.